Y'all already know what's going on. We are back in the building. Attitude Era Podcast. Another episode of Double Up is among us. We got my guy King HP in the building. We got my guy Archie Carter in the building. And you got yours truly, DNA. I need everybody to hit that notification button and turn it on if you already subscribed. And if you have not already subscribed to the Attitude Era Podcast, well, now is the time for you to subscribe. Subscribe right now to the channel. Go look at our playlist. Watch our interviews. Brett the Hitman Hart, D-Lo Brown, Rock Kishi, Eric Bischoff, Devon Dudley, Raven, D-Lo Brown, The Godfather. The list goes on. Hot Tags with Kane, Booker T,
Kurt Angle.
Now, the list goes on. Also, make sure y'all always tap in for our live recaps. We recap Raw, we recap NXT, and we recap SmackDown 5 minutes after they air. We recap all PLEs. And last but not least, go to your YouTube membership and sign up today to get all of the perks of getting these Double Up episodes early, of getting bonus episodes of the interviews that we do that's only seen on the YouTube membership, and also exclusive shows that are only catered to people that are YouTube members. So you want to make sure you sign up for your YouTube membership today. Now, Double Up, for those that just came here on the Google search page and it's your first time here, it's okay. We'll explain how it goes. Double Up is a series that Archie Carter created where we take two wrestlers from two different brands. We compare the pros and cons about them. And at the end of all that, we have a debate amongst us on which character was the best, and that character gets their jersey hung up in the Hall of Fame of Double Up. And today's Double Up is Mark Henry, Sexual Chocolate, pause, versus the World's Strongest Man. Let's see which character was better.
We gotta pause Sexual Chocolate?
Absolutely. Calling the other man Sexual Chocolate is a pause.
Unless it's what was my name? My man's name, Randy, from Coming to America. And he's like Sexual Chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Watson.
That boy good and terrible. All right, 1 minute on the clock. We do 1 minute of pros, 1 minute of cons. Then we made amongst ourselves. This is the pros of pause. Sexual Chocolate in the WWE. Mark Henry. DNA is on you. Go.
This version of Mark Henry was fun. This version had a lot of great moments, memorable moments that we still talk about to this day. Obviously, Sexual Chocolate came about in Nation of Domination. So this character was part of one of the most iconic factions in the WWE that had The Rock, that had Ron Simmons, Farouk, D-Lo Brown, Godfather, and everybody that was in the Nation of Domination actually had great careers after they left. Mark Henry was a part of that. This also has the Mae Young situation where Sexual Chocolate was looking for love, and he wound up having a baby and delivering a hand with Mae Young. But it was fun. It was fun. I feel like it showed personality, it shows charisma, and it was like one of the standout moments of Mark Henry's career based on the Attitude Era. So Sexual Chocolate was definitely a fan favorite, and yeah, I enjoyed the character.
All right.
My bad. I gotta ready.
Coming from the Nation of Domination to this character was like a 180, 360, whatever you want to call it, but it worked. Mark Henry's work has always been larger than life because he's a larger than life guy. He debuted, he beat Jerry Lawler. He turned on Ken Shamrock. He formed a team with was it Ivory, and I forget his partner off the top of my brain, but Mark Henry has always been a part of something. This was kind of his first solo thing, and it was Sexual Chocolate. And it was a lot, but it was fun. It was D-Lo and Ivory that was a tag team on. And then this character, Mark Henry, he beat The Rock. After he left the Nation of Domination, they had a pay-per-view. So it wasn't like this was just some random character that didn't get no stripes. He actually had some big matches with this character. It was fun. Him, Viscera, Mae Young, he China. It was a lot going on with this Sexual Chocolate character. Pause. And like I said, it was a lot of fun from Mark Henry. HP, it's on you. Go.
All right. So you got Mark Henry, you got Mr. Sexual Chocolate, Randy Watson. That boy good. So he was the comedy relief for the WWE at the time where they were trying to still figure out what to do, and he did not disappoint. He definitely got laughs. He drew laughs. He was good for the crowds. He had the Mae Young thing. He also did therapy sessions to where he was doing these like, the talk show type of deals and giving us these vignette type of things where this man was, you know, he was the man, you know what I mean? He was the ladies' man, you know what I mean? He even had a time where he was dating China. So, at the end of the day, you know, he's probably always gonna be remembered at a part for the Mae Young because that whole age gap thing that I don't know what they was doing on Freaky Dicky, you know what I'm saying? But Sexual Chocolate was a good guy. And he gave people, because even though he didn't use the world's strongest man at that time, he gave people validity in those matches.
Right. Those are the pros. DNA, it's the cons. Let's go.
The cons of Sexual Chocolate. The character had a lot of good moments, like we all named, and a lot of good charisma, but it just never reached its full potential. I think it hit a ceiling that it could have went higher, but they just didn't market him like that. He never won a belt, and obviously didn't win the big belt, but I don't remember him winning the belt at all. He was a mid-carder, and he never really hit the main scene. So it's kind of like with all of this charisma, all of this momentum that he had, it just went nowhere. That's how I feel about characters that have good characters that are over in the company, but they don't get taken to the next level. It's like all that was done for no reason, because it takes a lot to make a character get over in professional wrestling. So when it does, the reward is actually taking it somewhere. And I just feel like Sexual Chocolate, he didn't go too much. He didn't go nowhere. Good night.
Ready?
Yes, sir. On your mark, you said go.
The cons were that, like you said, you have this big, legit, factual, statistical, world's strongest man in a comedy act. And he did get a title. When he turned on D'Lo, Jeff Jarrett gave him the European Championship. So that was one of the title reigns he had. And he had Mark Henry's entrance music has always been good. And this theme song should have been a pro. It's definitely not a con. I just want to mention it. I liked it. I liked the entrance. I liked everything about it. But like DNA said, it had potential, but it didn't really go anywhere. Again, comedy acts sometimes are very hard to shake. Sexual Chocolate is definitely something that's mentioned amongst, not really a comedy act, but it's just mentioned amongst good characters. It was definitely a character, and it was an evolution that we did not see coming. This man came in Olympian with the Kango all-American outfit on. Next thing you know, he hanging with Mae Young and having therapy sessions because he's a sex addict. That's Sexual Chocolate, though. So I'm Sexual White Chocolate for this episode. So refer to me as such. Or
pause. Not. I ain't doing it.
Whoa.
HP, you ready?
Whoa. SWC? SWC? I'll give you SWC. You fill in the acronym later, but you SWC.
All right, I'll take it. Go ahead, HP.
So this is the thing I hate. When it got bad, it gets ugly. It doesn't get like bad and it's like, oh, it fades away. The Sexual Chocolate character, two sets of cons. One, and this is the thing why I was talking about, he had this thing for his own sister at one point during the Sexual Chocolate thing that was like, what are we doing now? Like, now we're just being over the top, like, nah, it's not working, right? And then, hey, for y'all that didn't see it, go watch the Mankind vs. Dude Love. These are the things where you have these characters that are built that are so obscure and built the same way, because him and Dude Love could have been a great tag team. And they're in the WWE at the same time, because he's dating China in early 99, and Dude Love leaves from MVP year in 98. And that's the thing that's like, you got two guys that ain't that are performing at that at a high level. They should have linked up, and they missed, and they dropped the ball.
Hey,
for what could have been epic.
Love Chocolate would have been fire. Who loves chocolate?
We love. You see
fire.
how the mark like.
Y'all have been fire.
WWE, what are you doing?
Those are the pros and cons of Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry. Now we got to get to it. World's strongest man. DNA, it's on you.
The world's strongest man. This is the evolution. It's the next step. Mark Henry went to OVW. Once he came back, he was a whole different person. He was more serious. I feel like he harnessed his craft. He took things more serious. And once he was competing with the arm wrestling contest, I just feel like that was like that's where the character, I guess, should have evolved to. Like, let's take this serious. None of y'all are stronger than me. And I like the aura he was giving off. And the world's strongest man character won the ECW champion, won the world champion, won the tag belts. He was in the main event picture. He was taken serious. He was at one point like the guy that people was going to. It was a Mark Henry run where everybody was, you know what I mean, showing love to Mark Henry, which I feel like they did do the right thing, because if his career would have ended with sexual chocolate, it was So the world's strongest man, you know what I mean, he brought the goal home.
All right.
Ready? Go.
World's strongest man, Mark Henry, was a terror. He came back from OVW, and in the words of Kendrick Lamar, what is it, the braids? He came back as a monster, and that's what that was a great evolution. Again, another 180, 360 in the evolution of Mark Henry. Sometimes shaking carry. Sexual chocolate, although we liked it, could have ended his career. But Mark Henry stuck with it. He made the best of it. He won gold. Again, holding that ECW title meant something. Holding the championship title, all that means something. And he had great matches, and he moved, and he developed his skill set also. That's when we start seeing more of him defining and learning. So the time away, sometimes you got to take one step back to take two steps forward. And I know we love Hall of Pain, Salmon Jacket, but if we don't have World's Strongest Man doing the strength test and bending shit and breaking, like the World's Strongest Man run was just that. And I always thought when they called him the World's Strongest Man, it was just a nickname. No, statistically, on paper, he's legitimately at that time the strongest man in the world. And when he came back, he was acting like it. HP, it's on you.
All right.
Oh, and that theme song. Come on, man. Who else got a 3-6 Mafia theme song? Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Hey, all right, HP, let's go.
Ready?
Go.
Boom. So I'll start off right where you just left off, because that was in my notes, but I was going to end with that. But we're going to start with that because, again, he was drawing attention now, and it's outside of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like World 36 Mafia is a Grammy Award winning hip hop group, and he got them on the theme song. And they went, even though we're saying World's Strongest Man, I gotta equate that to the Hall of Pain, because that time that's a no joke Mark Henry, right? 1996 Olympic power lifter, and now it's 2011, 2012, 2000 whatever, and my man is a world champ. Oh, brother, it don't even matter, because guess what? When you're the world's strongest man, and then they put him in matches with the Big Show, and he could literally lift my man up. Back in the day, they used to do body slams. We talking about suplexing a man. You know what I mean? It's a different level of strength, and Lord knows, in that Hall of Pain, Nation of Domination, Mark Henry is a monster.
All right. Those are the pros. We could talk a lot about Mark Henry. He's had a great career, but yeah, that theme song, yeah, it don't get talked about enough. DNA, cons, World's Strongest Man. Let's go.
I don't got too many cons with the World's Strongest Man, except the ending. Like, I just feel like, it could have been on a higher note. Like, I just hate like when you just see the end, like, all right, yeah, it's time. I'd rather it be like, you know what I mean? Like a story that's captivating or something that's there is just like a fadeaway. But other than that, I feel like Mark Henry, World's Strongest Man character ended right in the, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real cons. Like, he did what he was supposed to do. The character evolved. It reached all heights it was supposed to do, got to where it needed to go. And that's what it's all about. Good night.
All right. Let's go.
I got you. And go.
Again, not many cons. Because honestly, there's only so much you can do with the time you allow. But Mark Henry had a long career. And of course, after World's Strongest Man, we saw the development into the Hall of Fame, Hall of Pain, and then we go into the whole legendary salmon jacket, John Cena run, and that story. But it's no real cons I see with the Mark Henry career, because I think he's always been like a fan favorite. He's just been one of those guys that when you speak of, people like him. I've never heard nothing disparaging of him outside of the ring, his personal life. And now his son is getting involved in wrestling in WWE. So it's really no cons there. I'm not sure how he feels about his career, how it went, how it ended. Going over to AEW, now back in WWE. But Mark Henry was somebody, I've always heard people speak highly of. We speak highly of him. When there's no cons, it's just really no cons. And I said he did what he was supposed to do. But the evolution of Mark Henry from what he started to what he went through to what he became, I mean, definitely a Hall of Famer. So got too much, no, nothing really. HP.
Oh yeah.
You gonna find something. What you got, HP?
Okay. All right. So I had to do a little digging because there are certain things I just don't like. And this is like, man, it's unfortunate, bro. So he was the world heavyweight champion, right? He was the ECW champion. But at that time, ECW, when that belt left a real, like the ECW originals, like a Rob Van Dam per se, it wasn't looked at the same. It was almost like, yeah, take this so we can satisfy you. Take the scraps. We'll put the WWE championship on who our guy. And that was still the top guy. And even though you had two different brands, the World Heavyweight Championship, even though I felt they were the better, like if they fought WWE champ, World Heavyweight champ, kick his ass, it was almost seeming like marketed as second rate. Well, hey, this is not the guy. The guy is the WWE champ. And that's where, and then you get the short runs. Mark Henry's got not even 100 days as WWE champ, and not even 90 days as ECW champ. So,
cons. Hey, not many still, but
not many.
You gotta take a vote. Double up. DNA. Who's are you putting in the Attitude Era Podcast Double Up Hall of Fame? Is it Sexual Chocolate, Mark Henry, or the world's strongest man? Uh-oh. Looking
at. I'm trolling. But all joking aside, I feel the same way about Sexual Chocolate. I feel with Dude Love. Like personal favorite, I'm gonna go with that character. But it was just being honest with who did more. It's an easy call. We're going with the world's strongest man. He won the ECW title. He won the world championship title. The run was longer. It was taken more serious. It didn't feel like a comedy spoof. Sexual Chocolate felt like you give Sexual Chocolate character really to somebody that can't wrestle or doesn't have skills. So we're going to let you just be the comedian. I feel like Mark Henry had more to offer in his career. So the reason why Sexual Chocolate is okay is because then we got to see the evolution of that to somebody that actually knows the business and gets to flourish in the business where you get the world's strongest man. So for me, we're putting the world's strongest man in the Raptors. Who not?
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to piggyback again. There's not many cons. A great career, legendary career, Hall of Famer, good guy. I don't have anything bad to say about the man. Sometimes it just is what it is. Sexual Chocolate was fun, but we all like to have a little fun. You might have a little weekend thing, but it's that thing that lasts that you want. And people talk about the world's strongest man and what came from the world's strongest man. But the fact that he was able to take Sexual Chocolate and then evolve in the ring and in character and evolve into Hall of Fame, Salmon Jacket Hall of Famer is amazing. And, he stuck with it. We got it done. So Sexual White Chocolate is going to go with the world's strongest man. What? I can't be Sexual White Chocolate? All right, man.
It's SWC. Remember you got SWV? I get so weak, and then you just SWC.
Is it a sweep or HP going?
What's the name of that song, HP?
Like weak knees, weak
knees. Man, vote, man. So we get a body. You talking about some weak knees.
So here's my thing, right? One has accolades, but one has some of the most, whether infamous. See, one thing about press, hey, as long as it's press, it's good. What's bad? Nah, it got you talking, right? Mae Young, that Mae Young thing, like he'll always be remembered for that. But we're talking about my personal opinion, and you know, sometimes I get on my B dot, so I hate it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I ain't laugh and stuff. You know, he definitely did provide times of hilarity, but it got to the point got too weird for me. But I also want to be specific, right? Because of those sexual chocolate things that are so ingrained in my brain that I cannot forget the birth of the hand. If it's not for the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry, everything else loses. Everything else loses to sexual chocolate. I'm going to say Mark Henry, but I'm specific to say Hall of Pain because he was serious as shit. And Archie, I think you said it. You said it. It's sometimes once they give you the comedic act, you ain't coming back, bro. You ain't coming back. Not only did he come back, he became a terror. They didn't have him in the WWE, but that world title run, no match with the Big Show, they put it, man.
That's what I do.
Somebody gonna get the ass kicked. And he
That's
wasn't bullshitting, bro. They call. I know the racism in the tones, but that silverback, because when you think of a silverback gorilla, you know how strong they is. You know the what a chimpanzee tear you limb from limb. Well, a silverback dude, and you know what I'm saying. My man came with and he was dreaded. Thank God, Mark Henry. I like to see dreads. You know what I'm saying. And he wasn't laughing or playing, and he fit that MO. Hall of Pain. Classic character.
Who's your vote?
Oh, Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. It's Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. It's Mark Henry, but it's specific. Because if you take that 2 years away from him, I'm sexual chocolate all day. Even though I don't like it, it's too iconic.
But if it's Hall of Pain, but it's World's Strongest Man versus Sexual Chocolate.
But Mark Henry, World's
Strongest
Man.
You included Hall of Pain
in the World's Strongest Man, yes.
So World's Strongest Man.
And that's the edge.
Adjacent.
Because that shit is really classic for any. Like, if you want to know how to be a heel, go watch Mark Henry. Don't come to the ring like, no. It's what?
He's a good heel. Yeah. One of the best.
Power move set. Everything. That nigga. Oh, shit.
Yo, there y'all have it, man. Another episode.
Got excited over there.
The World's Strongest Man jersey is hung in the Raptors. Now we need everybody. Now we need everybody in the comments. Y'all let us know what character y'all thought was better. Sexual Chocolate, World's Strongest Man. Tell us why. Make sure y'all tap into the other double ups and make sure y'all go watch our interview with Mark Henry where we talked about Sexual Chocolate, World's Strongest Man, Hall of Pain, AEW, WWE, and much more. Go cover that interview. Go watch it now. Make sure y'all sign up for y'all YouTube memberships also, man. Y'all got a lot of content on there. I got an episode with D'Lo Brown. Jerry got his near fall. Archie got cold food. They got us. All different type of segments that as wrestling fans, I promise you guys will enjoy. So please tap in and go watch our interview with Bret the Hitman Hart right now. That is an iconic interview on the Attitude Era podcast. Until next time, we will see y'all on Double Up. Good night.